Welcome to the Artisan Train Mashup. How is everyone doing? Hello, Tamika. How are you? We're going to make some sparkly dangles today. We are, it says we're on YouTube. Let's see if we actually are. Every time I try to do a demo, it doesn't want to go to YouTube. It's driving me crazy nuts. So ready. I know, babe. I feel it. I'm so sorry. I wish I was closer. I could come hug you and help you and do all the things a friend does. Fashionably Twisted Love. I'm so happy to have you back. Lynn. Lynn, would you bounce over to my YouTube and see if it's going? Because my tablet is not saying it is, and that's very sad. Every time I try to do a demo, it stops working. Hi, Darlene. How are you doing? Casey, we were just talking about you and your husband in Chloe's show and his beautiful art. I don't know. We are going to make that today. Thank you, darling. Beautiful. That makes me happy. I'm just going to trust that it's here. Am I exhausted yet? I was exhausted last night, but it's worth it because we get to play, we get to support other artisans. Amberly's Treasures, Miss Chloe. Thank you, love, for going on in such a difficult time. If you were rating anyone but me, I would have taken your show. Correct, Lynn. Don't grab it right now. Let me get a bundle put together for you. Kristen, hello, MBH. Lilac, Tina, everybody, all the friends are here. Gifty Gypsy, hello, Miss Alice, Jill. Lee, hello again. Fatty Patty, Maria, hello. How was work today, my sweet? We are going to make a sparkly dangle. In the show notes, I have a supply list. Kristen, Amy, Spooky Monkey, all the peoples. Thank you for supporting this train and helping us support the handmade community on Whatnot. If you are watching this from my YouTube channel, I am sorry, I am unable to see the chat over there. So thank you for joining us. There is a link above that you can click on and join us over here on Whatnot for the demo. I do have kits available in the bin for this. So if you would like to get a kit, you are welcome to grab a kit. It will come to you like this. It has all of the things that you need to make this. You will just need your beading tools. So this is what your kit is going to look like when it comes to you. Another thing that I do every month for the raid train is I make a commemorative art card for the train. Look, it doesn't have the date on it. Awesome, Tam. This says Artisan Mashup, September 25. The saying on it this month is, it is never too late to be what you might have been. So this is going to be the giveaway before we raid into my co-host, Wire Weaved Uniques, who is Bailey. That will be up for a giveaway. There are also a couple left in the bin for purchase if you would like to purchase one. Gee, you made it. This is what we are making today. I am going to just show what I have been working on this morning while I've been watching all of the shows. Um, so these are dangles for a unicorn and mermaid project. So, Spooky Monkey, thank you so very much for your purchase, my friend. Thanks, Bay. I appreciate it. So, this is what I've been working on this morning while I've been watching all the shows and modding them. And I have plenty more to go. So, um, dangles are one of those things that you can use on anything. Whether you are going to do a purse charm like this could actually be clipped onto your junk journal. This could be clipped onto your bag, a backpack. You can also swap out what you're putting on here. You could put a pin. This could be like a paperclip dangle. It is so versatile for so many things. The part is learning how to make the loops and connecting them to a chain. So that is going to be our project for today. I'm so appreciative. I love when you guys get my art. It makes me so happy. Rob is always telling me that I need to sell my art and I keep not doing it. And here we are. So that is my way of sharing my creative art process with you every month. And with the ATC card swap, I do a card swap every Karen, thank you, love. I run an ATC swap every month. If you are interested in joining us, you don't have to be an artist, you don't have to draw, which some people do, but pop into my Tuesday shows. I often demo how we make them. I'm just going to set this to the side. I keep moving it around. And it's just a really fun way to have a deadline to create, as well as being able to get little mini pieces of art from fellow creators. So if you are interested in doing that, please send me a direct message and I will get you into the swap. It is due to me every month on the 25th, unless it's a Sunday or a holiday. And we all just share our art with each other, and it's a very beautiful thing. I'm separating out the findings, so I'm not searching for stuff when I start doing these. We have 30 minutes today, and I am going to do my best. Leslie, thank you, my friend. So happy you're selling your art. I know. I have so much of it I need to. Debbie, send me a message if I don't remember to send you the information. So you're aware, um, Rob and I recently went to Tucson on a buying trip. It was just a quick little hop, skip, and a jump. And we picked up some more of this. What's over here? Amazing bling beads. These are available. I sell beads and findings every Wednesday night on Whatnot. So if you are interested in getting some of these, please bookmark my Wednesday bead and finding show. Um, and these will be available for purchase if you would like to get those. I know it's like, oh, sparkly blingy. Anywho, I also have them in the primary colors as well. Today we're working with pastels, and it does not do them justice, and there is no way that I can make the camera do those justice. You're very correct, Karen. All right, so we're going to start out. One of the things that I like to do when I am making a dangle is I always start out, and this is just a basic one. I know it looks complicated, but I'm going to go through the basics with you. This is a head pin. It has a stopper on it. When you put it in your bead, what it does is it holds your bead. To me, that is kind of plain, so I always like to add a little bit to it. And one of the things that I like to add are these little daisy spacers. Um, they come in various shapes and sizes, and it just adds a little bit without actually using bead caps. The other thing that is essential is eye pins. They have a loop at the end so they can hook to another loop. So you have that freedom and the movement. So we are going to be using both today, and I'm going to show you how to use both. We're going to start out with a head pin. We are going to put on one of the daisy spacers. Nope, I'm going to start with the biggest one first. We're going to start with one of the star daisies and our focal. For this, I don't remember which one I used, but we're going to do it this way. No, that doesn't look right. I must use the little one. See, talking myself through this, my friends. There we go. So I have one on the bottom and I put a little one on the top just to ensure that I don't crack this crystal. There are a couple of different ways to do these. If you are going to be making a ton of dangles, I would suggest that you get a one-step looper. This literally makes the loop for you. All you do is squeeze. But these are very pricey. And if you do not have this, I am going to show you a very simple way to do this. Take your needle nose pliers, slide down to your bead, come up just a smidge. So you don't want it so tight that nothing's moving. You want to have a little bit of movement. Hold your beads so it's steady, and you're going to bend that over at a 90-degree angle, kind of, almost to a 90-degree angle. Now, I know because I've been making these for so many years, when I hold this, the edge of my finger is the correct length to make dangles. This is called a flush cutter, and the reason it is flush is because it's a flat side. The inside is concave. So anytime you're using this tool, you want to make sure that you're using the flush or the flat side up against your project. So you have a flat cut and it's not jagged and cutting people. So I'm going to grab a hold of this at the edge of my finger. That's going to give me just enough to make a loop, and I am going to hold this end. If you don't hold this end, it's going to fly across the room. It will stab you, it will poke you, or somebody's going to step on it, or a child or a pet will eat it. Not good. So we're going to give this a snip and set that aside. Then we are going to take what are called round nose pliers. That's pretty self-explanatory. They're round nose. It, another really good tool for making loops is called a six-step plier. And I, there we go. I was like, I can't see mine. They're basically six different sizes to make loops. This is not necessary to do this, but it is very helpful because you can use the same size every time because it is not angled. So if you're going to be doing a lot of beading, this is a good tool to work towards. For the time being, I am going to show you how you can use these and have all of your loops the same size. And basically what you do is take a Sharpie, write on your pliers all the way around so you know where to position your wire. Welcome in, everyone. I apologize I cannot watch chat. I appreciate every one of you being here. So when you go to make that loop every time as we go through this project, I will always set it at that Sharpie mark so I know my loops are the same size so my project looks the same. When you do this, you do not want to have this poking out. You want it flush with the plier. Hold tightly to your bead. Roll it in, and you just roll where you're comfortable. Keep rolling that slowly. You don't have to go fast. Nothing is more frustrating when I see people that are doing YouTube videos that whip through everything and you feel like a failure because you can't whip through it. It's not necessary to whip through it. What I am going to do is grab a hold of this and just turn it a little bit. Now, you see what's happened? That's really crazy. This was too long to create a tight loop. So in order to fix that, I'm kind of glad it happened. I'm going to go in and I'm looking, and this has about 1/8 of an inch too much. So I'm going to cut about 1/8 of an inch off of this, cover it so it doesn't fly, and just start wrapping all over again. So it's very easy to fix when you're working with these things. Don't despair. We have a loop. Okay, who am I modding? Sorry, I'm catching this out of the corner of my eye. Ames, thank you, love. I appreciate you. Yes, because we are raiding into Bailey and we need her to be able to go get ready. So thank you, ladies, for stepping up. I appreciate you very much. We didn't plan that through very well. And Bailey's over on my YouTube handling that. Is there chat over there, Bay? I can try to open it again. Quirky Flip Lady, welcome. All right. Oh, geez, I got 15 minutes. All right, guys, we're going to start moving faster. So that's just the basics of creating a loop. Now, when I go to do these dangles, what I do is it's basically the same concept. You can stack them however you want. It really doesn't matter. I want to try to get a few more of these done so I can show you how we attach them to the chain. Okay, thanks, babe. So again, we are going to grab a daisy. We're going to grab one of the larger crystals. I used these little discs. And then with this, I added the crystal butterflies. If y'all have not seen my crystal butterflies, they are to die for. Love them so much. And then on top of the butterfly to protect it, I'm going to put a little, maybe 3 mm silver bead. So there we have it. I'm going to show you how this works. Okay. So this tool actually cuts, wraps, and if you notice, there is a hole here. This is called the one-step looper. It comes in numerous sizes and it is really amazing. So what you want to do is you want to lay your head pin in. If you're using an eye pin, the direction it is matters, but for right now, we're not going to deal with that. So you take this, making sure this is coming out of the hole, okay? Holding it with your hand. Don't get it too tight here because we don't want to crack crystals. And we are going to slowly. The mistake that everybody makes with this is they go too fast and it slips. You're going to slowly squeeze it, and then I just jog it over so I have that little bend. Pull it out, and there we have our loop. Fabulous tool. Whoever invented this, bless their heart. I'm going to make sure that's closed up because it's going to be a dangle. You may have to close it a little bit, but do you see how much easier that is? I'm working. Oh, that's in my way. That's why it won't close. I'm like, why is this doing this? So I'm going to do this middle dangle here because that is what we have our focal on. So for that, we're going to use the eye pin. We're going to use one of the small daisies. It is an awesome tool. A lot of people do not like that tool. And I think it's just because a lot of times when you don't like something, it is often from lack of knowledge, of not knowing how to do it. Why am I missing a crystal? Because it's clear over there. So we have purple, pink, pale yellow, and clear. So we have all 4 colors that are in our dangle. What's not green? Why am I having such a problem with this? So sometimes when your daisies are like clogged up, you can use a pokey tool and just unclog it. These get machined and sometimes they just don't get cleaned out well. And of course, I grabbed a whole batch that are like that. Because why not? I'm live. Let's not hold that in your hand when you do that, Tam. Yes, the dangle kits are available. Thank you very much. And they will be available until they sell out. Oh, crap. Okay, thanks, T. So we're going to use this and we're going to make some quick dangles because now you know how to make dangles. And like I was saying before, if you want your loops to go the same direction, pay attention to where this loop is on this side. Okay, so we got that. So I'm going to stop and I'm going to just kind of show you how to assemble this because we have minimal time and we'll go from there. This is a 2-inch piece of chain. When you are working with chain or any type of jump rings, what you want to do is have 2 pairs of pliers. So you hold one side with one pair. No, it's okay, babe. The other side, twist. I guess you did do an extra 5 yesterday too, right? And I'm going to hook this in the bottom. I am going to hook this. And then when you close that, you want to do it the same way, side to side, and kind of rock it a little bit back and forth to make sure that they are flush. Then we are going to take this large dangle that we made, and you're treating these loops, if you're opening them, just like your jump ring. You want to open it side to side, hook the other element on, and close it side to side, making sure that it's closed. At the top, we are going to take another jump ring, open it side to side, hook it to the top, hook on your large lobster or whatever it is that you want to attach your sparklies to your project or your bag or whatever. And this is the basis of what we're working with. So, what I will do at this point is I will take all my little danglies and I will lay them out kind of how I want them to lay. And then I will take my jump rings and I will start adding them where I have them laid out. You can put them on there all hodgepodge, you can put them all neatly. It is whatever look you are going for. Again, open side to side, hook that, and then just hook it through one of your loops. You can put as many as you want, you can put as few as you want, but that is the basis for making a purse charm or a purse dangle. Okay. This is where we're at. We have some time, so we're gonna just keep making them. Let's make one of the ones with the butterflies. So for the butterfly dangles, what I did was, hmm, one of the stars, maybe. I think we determined. Then one of the disc spacers. Um, let's put in one of these little 6 millimeters. The butterfly, and then another 6 millimeter. So this is one of the other dangles that we did. And when you get your kit, you are welcome to stack these, make dangles however you want. Now see how I missed that hole? That is what you do if you want to make a wrapped loop with this. That is a tutorial for another day. So I'm going to squeeze that, make my loop. I'm going to use my plier to tighten it up because you saw how I messed that up. I went too fast, that's all. But it's fixable. Get it nice and closed. We're going to take another one of our jump rings. Open. Side to side. Hook that in. And we'll hook this on our chain. Maybe. Wants to fight me today. You guys, I've made so many of these. That's because it's not open far enough. And sometimes that happens because it's not open far enough. You're not holding it the right direction, all things. You can lay them out. You can do them a specific order, however you want it to be. We have 5 minutes. I am going to start the giveaway for the limited edition train art card. Thank you all for joining me. I'm just going to keep doing this. Somebody yell at me when I run out of time. We have 4 minutes. I might actually get more done. In your kit, you're going to have a couple extra head pins and a couple extra this particular chain is what is it? It is a 4.5 by 6 millimeter faceted oval link chain, and I do sell it. So if you are interested in getting chain, I will have that available for purchase on Wednesday at my bead and finding show. Yes, there's 35 people in here and there's 15 people in the giveaway. Y'all don't want my art? You make me cry. Just kidding. Jump in that giveaway, my friends. So we're going to start with this. We're going to do another one of these, and we're going to do another butterfly. Yeah, we'll do this one. And always with the butterfly, I put the little 3 millimeter in to keep it from getting cracked in the process. Um, it's glass, guys, and glass breaks. Debbie, you forgot to do your giveaway. That's awesome. It's all good. We were busy watching you make that beautiful fairy house. Slow, 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 slow. There we go. And see, that's just fine. So we're going to grab another jump ring. Yeah, I've broken a few beads in my life, just to say a few. It's always a learning process, and you learn what works for you and what doesn't over the years. Um, I just I hate when people give up because they get frustrated because it doesn't look perfect and it doesn't it's not easy and it's a struggle. And the really amazing thing about doing beadwork that you have to understand is all of us were beginners at one point, all of us. And it's not going to be perfect the first time. It becomes muscle memory, just like with Bailey's wire wrapping. Do you think all of her wire wrapping was that gorgeous when she first started out? Absolutely not. It's through trial and error that we learn how to do these things. And, you know, sometimes it takes a few times and we struggle, and sometimes we take it apart, sometimes we start over, but always go slow, always be patient. Thank you, my loves. I will be right there. And always be kind to yourself. That's my message for you today. Always be kind to yourselves. I'm going to pull this giveaway, and if it will let me, bam, we are pulling the giveaway. And the winner is Rada. That gives me anxiety. Like my artist idol just won my art card. Congratulations, my love. Thank you all for joining us. Please stay on the train for the rest of the day. I will be doing a closing show tonight, so you will have another chance to win the card. Thank you all for being here. Have a blessed rest of your afternoon, and I will see you all soon. Let's go show Bailey some love. Put some butterflies in the chat. Hmm, maybe.